Well, good afternoon, guys. This afternoon, got off of work and, well, got home and we got a little bit of work that has been waiting for us to actually tear into. Ordered parts, so I got them. So I'm going to go ahead and start on this one. Let me show you. Well, guys, this is a 2008 Ford F250. And on this one, basically, we got a engine cranks, no start. Went ahead and scanned it. And what it's showing is everything seems to be all right. Oil pressures, everything seems to be all right on it. I don't have the scanner on me, so I can't show you me checking it, but on this one, what came out is our FICM. Basically, it's an injector driver module. It's supposed to be running at 42, 44 volts, and this thing is running at 12. So not enough voltage to get those injectors to fire. And we're going to go ahead and rip this apart, take that little reservoir off. I'm going to remove these two 8mm little bolts, pull this out and off to a side so I can go ahead and get to that. Well, guys, I did have to remove the little hoses. I didn't want to, but I did. I didn't spill that much coolant, so let's go ahead and move forward. That there, guys. Yeah, 10mm little bolts. Got two on the outer edge, and then two of them are in there, back of the closer to the firewall. So those are a little harder to get to. And then of course we got the connectors coming from the under. So let me go ahead and get those bolts off. Let me go ahead and lift that thing up, take the connectors off, and get that little control unit out of the truck so we can go ahead and start working on it. All right. Well, guys, somebody's worked on this one before. Three of the bolts or nuts and bolts are 10mm, and there's one 8mm. So that just tells me that somebody else had already worked on it. They mixed up their bolts and just put whatever they could in there. So let me go ahead and get the last one off and pull that thing out. Let's go ahead and open this sucker up and replace that little FICM inside of it. Let me show you guys. All right, let me go ahead and take this inside and tear this one apart. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this done out here, guys. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that hard. This is a little part that we ordered. This is a injector little driver module, little board. We're going to go ahead and open this up and replace this little part, and hope this takes care of the issue. So let me go ahead and open this up real quick. These are Torx. They're I believe they're 15s. I'm not too sure. Let me get the little Torx bit, and no, it's a 20. It's a Torx 20. So let me go ahead and get my ratchet and tear this apart real quick. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and remove these four little Torx little bits. It's T10s back here. There we go. That is what we're going to replace here. So let me go ahead and get these out of there. And these are Torque T15s, 4 holding these little plastics on top, and there's 5 holding this little module in place. So let me go ahead and get that on time frame, guys. Time lapse, sorry. Well, guys, here's the old little driver module. What went wrong with it, I can't tell you, I don't know. It was showing 12 volts, which is just battery voltage. This is supposed to kick it up to, 42, 44, give or take. And it wasn't doing it. So what actually happened to this one that caused it to fail, I really can't say, guys. I wouldn't know what to tell you. But all I do know is we're going to go ahead and replace this with this new one. And if everything goes okay, then this vehicle should start right up. Now these guys packed it in an anti-static bag, which is kind of nice. I'm not going to touch the board. I'm going to pull it from one of the little, I don't know, capacitors, diodes, whatever it's called. And I'm going to try and keep my fingers away from touching that little PC board. I'm not wearing an anti-static little strap or nothing like that. And there you go, guys. Let me go ahead and install this new one and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and start a couple of the little screws on there, or little bolt screws, whatever you call them. That way, I'm not going to tighten them yet because I still have to flip it over and get those 4.
That way, I'm not going to tighten them yet because I still have to flip it over and get those 4 on that little module through the back of that ECM. Make sure they're aligned, make sure I can get them in place. So I'm going to go ahead and start the 4 corners here, flip it around, and get the 4 on the other side. Once I do, I'll go ahead and flip it back again and get the rest of these little bolts in there and tighten them. Alright, so we're almost done on this one. Okay, I got 4 of them in there. They're snug, they're not tight. Flip this thing around. They all aligned. Let's go ahead and change the bits. And it was a T20 for the case. And let's get our T10. And let's go ahead and get these 4 little bolts in there and tighten them up. And just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and get all 4 of them in, and then we'll come back and tighten these little screws here. All 4 are in. Make sure they're all tight. There we go. Well, let's get this cover back on there. Change over to our T20 bit. And get these on there. Tight. Now we can go ahead and flip this around and finish off the top side. We have put 4, we got another 4 to go. Get them all in and then tighten, just make sure they're all tight. And we have just removed, or we have just replaced our little injector driver module that's located inside this little box here. So let me go ahead and continue on time lapse, and then we'll get back to putting it back in the unit.
Well, guys, we got that little injector module back in its case. I'm going to go ahead and install in the truck. I'm not going to record me installing it because I'm going to be all in the way. You're not going to be able to see much. But the connectors that I just got to make sure that the connectors lock in place. There's 3 of them, and bolt that sucker back up. Get that reservoir back in place. Connect those 2 hoses and fire it up. Hopefully it'll just crank over and start. So let's find out what's going to happen. Let me go ahead and get this installed. I'm not going to record it, and I'll come back with you guys as soon as I'm ready to crank this sucker over. Alright? Those are the 3 connectors that you want to make sure that when you insert them, make sure the little tabs lock in place. It's got little locking tabs on either side of the connector. Make sure all three of them lock in place. All right. Well, guys, everything's put back together. I'm going to go ahead and set the phone up on a tripod real quick, and I'm going to see if I can try and crank the sucker over. Hopefully it starts. Not sure if it is or isn't. I mean, it might have another issue. Something else might be wrong. But, I mean, when we scanned it a few days ago, there was 12 volts at the driver module, and it's supposed to be a lot higher, 42. So let's hope for the best. Let me go ahead and crank the sucker over and see what it does. Hopefully the batteries are not dead on it, so let me see what happens. Well, guys, didn't want to start. Now I got to rescan it. Hopefully the IDM is functioning properly. I will find out. I'm not going to be able to do it today. I know this is a no start. It's not fixed, but I mean, I'm going to go ahead and close this video off. I'll go ahead and continue on this one tomorrow. I do have to go to bed. I got to get up early in the morning, so I'm going to stop on this one for now, and I'll just continue tomorrow. Hopefully we can find the issue, find the problem. IDM is in place. I have to rescan it. Hopefully that one checks out, and if it does, great. Then we'll try and figure out what else might be causing a crank no start on this sucker. So for now, I'm going to let it be. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Like and comment.